So me and Anubis here were sitting down making some course ammo because we're about to go hunting. And we decided that we wanted to teach you guys everything we know about breeding. So what's good, guys? This is your ultimate breeding guide for Palworld. If you want to skip to a specific part of the video, go ahead and check down in the chapter list below. But without further ado, let's get into it. So I'm going to leave Anubis here to continue that work. And we'll come over to this right here. At level 19, you're going to get this. This is the breeding station. I'll go ahead and show you where it's at in the technology tree, and it should be right there. So you have the breeding farm. This is assigned a male and a female pal to produce eggs, and it requires cake for breeding. So this box right here is where you put your cake. We got 5 big, beautiful pieces of cake in there, and we got 1 cake on the way. Cake takes an extremely long time to actually make, and I want to talk to you about the ingredients that you need so that you can start making your cake. First off, you're going to need this right here. This is not the normal fireplace. This is actually a special cooking pot. The cooking pot is going to be your first source of being able to make cake, which I'll go ahead and make this one available. And it's just that simple. So you need flour, red berries, milk, egg, and honey. You can get red berries from just about anywhere in the world because you'll be walking around and you'll see all the different berry bushes. You can pick those, plant them in a berry plantation, which is right here on the food tab, and you make a bunch of those at your base and you'll be good to go. Cinnamoth is a very early game pal that you can also find out in the open world, and that's up there near the Desolate Church as well. So your easiest bet and the fastest way for you to get your hands on a whole bunch of wheat is to go just beyond the Desolate Church on your map. So what you'll do is, this right here is the Desolate Church, and this entire area up here is the location of all the different pals that'll be able to give you wheat seeds. From then, you'll be able to grab those wheat seeds, plant them into a wheat plantation, make sure that you build a mill, and you'll be able to unlock this mill. The mill is a production item that is able to be created at level 15. So you can get the wheat plantation and the mill both at level 15. You'll be getting the berry plantation fairly early in the game at level 5. And once you have both of those items, last thing but not least, you're going to need to get to level 19 to get to your breeding farm. With that being said, the last 3 ingredients for cake are a little bit tedious, so let's talk about it. First and foremost, the easiest out of these 3 is eggs. You can get eggs from chickpeas. You can farm the chickpeas in the beginning open area. They are all over the place. Or you can actually catch yourself a chickpea, throw them in a ranch, and have them produce you some eggs. Now, some other very valuable pals that you're going to need to befriend out there is this one right here. The Beegarde and the Mozzarina. The Mozzarina is a cow that you can find up in the northern area. Mozzarina is a number 29 in the PAL Dex. It is a fairly common cow that is over to the left of the Desolate Church. So once you hit the Desolate Church up, you're going to go directly left of it over to the western area, and you'll find a whole bunch of these just grazing out in the field. Grab yourself a couple of these, throw them in the ranch, and they'll produce milk for you. You can also go down to Beegarde or Elizabee. Now these are some very annoying, very extremely annoying pals to try to get your hands on. So I'm going to take you to the area where they are, and we're going to hunt them down. So Beegardes are found in a couple of areas. First of all, Beegarde, the actual Elizabee boss battle is up here. I haven't been able to get her to spawn properly. I think she's glitched out right now. But you can find a whole bunch of Beegardes and a small Elizabee over here. So we'll go right over to the Island Hopper Coast, and we'll go fight ourselves some Beegardes. The problem with Beegardes is the fact that as soon as you get too close to them or their health gets kind of low, they will immediately try to self-destruct. So it makes it extremely annoying to try to farm them. Your easiest bet to try to get a Beegarde is to actually grab yourself a flying mount, fly out of the distance so that they can't hit you, shoot them down with a gun and or any type of ranged weapon, get their health down low enough, and then throw a couple of gigaballs or whatever you have at them. All right, so this right here is the edge of the coast. We just came from that teleportation point right there. You're going to want to walk all the way over to this beach side over here. You're going to get as close as you can to this island right there. And you're going to take your flying mount and you're going to fly up there. As soon as we get up there, you're going to see a whole bunch of Beegardes and everybody just waiting for you. So this is the zone where you can find Elizabee and Beegarde. There's actually a lot of them and they're very, very aggressive on sight. So just be careful when you get up here. There's the Beegardes over there. And I don't see the Elizabee, but I'm pretty sure if we get too close, they'll start swinging. I mean, the best thing about this is even if you don't catch yourself a Beegarde, you'll still be able to get a whole bunch of honey from them every time you kill them. So it's up to you whether you want to go for the kill or try to catch them. But we'll give it a shot and try to catch them. I'm going to send out my Incineram and we'll see what we can do. We'll get this one's attention. Bring him over. I'll switch to my best ball. And that thing is almost dead, so I'll go ahead and see that. That is the problem. I think we got it. Yeah. It's all about being lucky. Honestly, I mean, they die and they'll give you honey, or you can catch them and you can get honey infinitely. It's one or the other. So the best thing to do is just before they're about to explode, you want to try to get as close to them as humanly possible and then roll off right when they're about to explode on you. This right here is the sealed realm of the Thunder Dragon. It is directly west of the Desolate Church, which is right here in the center of the map. This place right here. So you want to go all the way over to the left, and this entire area is where you can find Mozzarina. And there you go. So Mozzarina is easy enough to catch. We'll go ahead and do a little bit of DPS to it. Almost kill the damn thing. Take a couple of shots. Dodge. And go in for the catch. There we go. We got ourselves a Mozzarina. Let's talk about why you want to do breeding in the first place. It's this right here. This is my Anubis. I actually bred this Anubis from two of my favorite easy pals that I got in the open game. If you want to learn all the different combinations to this, I'll go ahead and leave a link to that video right here in the description below. I just posted a pretty incredible and detailed guide all about Anubis and how to breed them. But for the sake of this video, to get this Anubis, I was able to make him with a Celeray and a Relaxasarus. Relaxasarus and Celeray, with the best stats that I could find on them, gave me this Anubis right here. Not only does he have work suitability of Handiwork 4, Transporting 2, and Mining 3, but look at these stats. He has Dragon Killer, Serious, Musclehead, and Ferocious. I do understand that Musclehead is kind of counterproductive on an Anubis because of how amazing their work speed is and their handiwork being so high of a skill in the first place. So I did go in and add some points into his work speed by using souls from the Anubis statue. All right, excellent. So we have gone out into the field and we got ourselves a Mozzarina. We also picked up a Beegarde. So we have everything we need in order for us to get ourselves some cake. Once you have all of what you need, go ahead and throw them in the ranch at your favorite base. Then from there, you'll be good. You need 5 flour, 8 berries, 7 bottles of milk, 8 eggs, and 2 honey. Luckily for us, we have more than enough, so I'll go ahead and get another piece of cake going over here, and we'll move on with the rest of the video. If you like what I do here on the channel, make sure you smash that like button for me, because I greatly appreciate it. And sub to the channel so that you don't miss out on any more tips, tricks, guides, and more for Palworld in the future. But we're not done yet. Now, I have a surprise for you and these 2 eggs right here. I decided to take 2 really cool pals, mix them together in this breeding station, and I'm very curious to see what exactly I'm going to get. I have a good idea, but we're going to find out together. So, here we go. Hey! Oh, that's insane. A Jormuntide. So this right here is Jormuntide. Jormuntide is a dragon water type pal. And this one has artisan. So its work speed is plus 50. Jesus. Logging foreman increase to player logging efficiency. And nimble, so it's an increase to movement speed. That's absolutely insane. And this is a special pal because it has a level 4 work suitability, which is the highest you can get in any one of these stats. So that's absolutely insane. With that work speed of 105, this thing is a complete savage. And it has some extra movement speed. The reason why I breeded this one is because I wanted a very powerful and strong water type pal, but I might actually have to use this here in my base. I was able to make my Jormuntide from 2 pretty amazing and easy to get pals. The first pal was Elizabee and the second pal was Relaxasarus. So Relaxasarus is just the go-to pal to be able to get a lot of the most powerful pals in the game. But let's recap and re-talk about all the different things you need to know for breeding. So first things first, you unlock breeding at level 19 in the game. As soon as you unlock breeding, you want to go ahead and make yourself a breeding farm. The secrets about breeding are as follows. You're going to need a male and a female pal. You're going to need to assign them by picking them up and throwing them inside the breeding farm, and then their names will show up right here in this little message box. From there, you want to go ahead and make a cake and put the cake inside of this box over here. Once you insert the cake into this box, into the breeding farm box, it no longer degrades. So it's very important that as soon as you take the cake out, you put it in this box. In order to make a cake, you're going to need the following ingredients. You're going to need flour, red berries, milk, eggs, and honey. You're going to be able to get yourself some red berries from anywhere on the map. You can go right over here to the sealed realm of the Thunder Dragon to go find yourself some Mozzarinas. You can zoom out over here to the right and go over here to the Island Hopper Coast. Walk all the way over to this coast right here. Get yourself a flying mount and then fly up to this section. This is the area where you'll find Elizabee and or Beegarde. And that'll be the location where you get honey and milk. Then from there, if you want to get your hands on some wheat, there's a couple of ways you can actually do that. The wheat and eggs are going to be a little bit easier for you to get your hands on. You can come over to your pal deck and scroll down to this amazing little pal right here, Bristilla. Bristilla is found just above the desolated church, and she has all the wheat that you'll ever need. The berries, of course, are scattered all over the map, so you can get those anywhere, and you can find yourself a cheeky pea, put them in a ranch, and have them farming all the eggs that you're ever going to need in no time. From that point on, you're going to need to make this right here. This is not a normal fireplace. This is a cooking pot. As soon as you create a cooking pot using 20 wood, 15 ingots, and 3 flame organs, you'll be able to make all the cake that you can ever want. Make sure right when you finish making the cake that you take it and throw it in the box so it doesn't degrade, and you'll be good to go. If you like what we do here in the channel, make sure you smash that like button and sub to the channel so that you don't miss out on any more tips, tricks, guides, and more like this for Palworld. In my next video, I'm going to teach you guys exactly how I made 3 of the most powerful pals in the early game before level 30. If you want to learn more about all the combinations and how to make yourself an Anubis, then check out this video right here that I already have on the channel. But this has been your boy Am of M Since HD. For now, I'm out of here.